Hello and happy Thriving Thursday. Today let's talk about number 12 on the PA, taxes. Today we continue our master class on the purchase agreement. So number 12, taxes. All property taxes due and payable on or before date of closing shall be paid by seller. Current taxes shall be prorated and adjusted as of date of closing in accordance with due date of municipality or taxing units in which property is located. So buyer acknowledges that property taxes are subject to change of municipality or taxing units in which property is located. So buyer acknowledges that property taxes are subject to change. If taxes are not paid in advance, see addendum made a part hereof. Seller shall pay transfer taxes and other costs required to convey title, and buyer shall pay all costs for recording the warranty deed. So the first thing to know is if the taxes are paid in advance or arrears. So I tried to find a nice chart for which county is which with no luck. I did find a great article from Michigan Property Consultants, LLC. Here's the web address to that article. And the article said to use the tax bills and the fiscal year on the bills to determine if you're paying in advance or arrears. And the article also states it is customary to prorate taxes in historically rural areas as though the taxes are paid in arrears, and it is customary to prorate taxes historically cosmopolitan and urban areas as if they're paid in advance. So in the middle of the lower peninsula, there's a transitional area where the I-75 industrial corridor meets the recreational lands. In this area of the state, you will find it customary to prorate summer tax levies as paid in advance and winter taxes on the same property prorated as though paid in arrears. So definitely confusing. In Westland and usually in Wayne County, it's paid in advance. So really the best way to find out for sure, since you don't really have access to the actual tax bill, is to call the city and find out. I recommend this if you are working in an area that you aren't familiar with. And since the GMAR PA only has an option for paying in advance the prorations, if you have a situation where you are in arrears, you need to include an addendum on how that will be handled. So I did find in the forms library on Docs Plus the LCAR specific contingencies / terms addendum that has a line for property tax prorations. So typical for counties where taxes are paid in arrears. So other PAs like the Ann Arbor sales contract and the Lapeer and Upper Thumb Association purchase agreement have language in them that could be used on a standard addendum. When dealing with the tax proration situation we aren't familiar with, it's best to ask somebody who is, especially since we are not tax professionals or lawyers. A good source to ask would be your broker or the title company, since they deal with those prorations on a daily basis. So this is important because it can be a big amount that either your buyer will have to pay or that your seller won't receive back. So it is best to be educated so you can educate your clients. So this paragraph also states that property taxes are subject to change. So it might as well say your taxes are definitely going to change. Just depends by how much. It is best to let your clients know that, especially if the property hasn't been sold in a long time, the taxes are really likely to experience an increase. And if this is a concern for them, that it would be best for them to consult the city to estimate what those taxes will be with when the whole is sold for X amount that they're purchasing it for. So this is the client's due diligence to perform, but we should kind of let them know that maybe they should look into that. So finally, it states that the seller will pay the transfer taxes and the buyer shall pay for recording the warranty deed, kind of standard costs there. So as always, if you don't know, ask someone who does. It's okay to not know everything, or to confirm that things haven't changed since you last investigated it. So I'm here to help. If you ever need any questions answered, I don't know everything, but I will help you get to the right answer. I hope you continue to practice kindness out there. Have a great weekend and a wonderful, thriving Thursday.